censored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
Oh shit, there it is. A glory hole right next to the settling cracks and the door dings. This calls for your secret weapon. You break out the marshmallow paste, but it's not shutting down that hole. The penises are still flying in. Hey there, I'm Bo Riles, glory hole virtuoso. If you're trying to shut down operations on a glory hole, look no further than the liquid drywall. Just spray our whipped cream on there and bingo bango bongo vanishes in seconds. The portal to the dick dimension may be closed, but those cherished memories of sucked wieners will live on within you forever. Our shaving cream requires no extra tools, no mess, no repairman. Fuck this repair guy in particular. Give me that wall, bitch. Let me show you how the liquid drywall works. It takes that wall and it puts it in a can. This is wall in a can, motherfucker. It doesn't get more simple than that. Then you spray it on the wall and that wall leaves the can. Now that wall's on your wall. Gone are the days of playing with old Play-Doh. Gone are the days of painting cake frosting on your walls. Martha, you clumsy slut, you've banged the table into the wall. But luckily, thanks to the liquid drywall, we don't have to sell the house anymore. Thanks to the fast and easy repairs. Whoopsie, you got a little asshole on your wall? Butt plugged. No problem. I'm filling more holes than a male porn star today. Another one hiding behind the door? Not on my watch. What's that smell? Another one? Oh, goodness me, more holes than a block of cheese in this motherfucker. But luckily, there's no match for the liquid drywall. If your house is prone to glory holes, go ahead and install our boner barricade with the liquid drywall. No more worrying about rogue cocks popping in. Are your kids so dumb they fight over the broom and then hit the wall? Well, we can fix the wall, but we can't fix the bad parenting that led to this situation in the first place. There's billions of people on this planet. That's a lot of penises. Liquid drywall. You do the math.
Let me tell you, can I give you two guys a friendly piece of advice, okay? Don't ever go up to the drive-thru, okay? Always walk up to the counter. You know why? Okay. They fuck you at the drive-thru, okay? They fuck you at the drive-thru. They know you're going to be miles away before you find out you got fucked, okay? They know you're not going to turn around and go back. So they don't care. Who gets fucked? Oh, Leo gets. Okay, sure. I don't give a fuck. I'm not eating this tuna, okay?
Shut up! That's right. Relationships easy to get into, hard to maintain. Why are they so hard to maintain? Because at some point you just stop talking. That's right. Everybody stops talking after a while. You know how you just come home and just start nodding. Yeah, we cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get this up. Yeah, we cool. Why do you stop talking? Because at some point you have heard everything this person has to say, and it makes you sick to your stomach. You know what they gonna say before it even comes out their mouth, and you just want to stab them in the neck with a pencil. You can't take the shit no more. And they're like, remember that time? Yeah, I remember that time. Oh, I ever tell you about that? Yeah, you told me about the time. Stop telling me the same shit over and over again. Why don't you go and get kidnapped? Have some new shit happen to you. That's right. That's right. Fellas, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. Fellas, you got to talk. That's women's biggest complaint. You don't talk. You don't talk. You don't talk. You need to talk. Let's talk. You don't talk. That's right. Women love to talk. And that's right. They're talking in the Olympics. A man wouldn't stand a chance. Women love to talk, but they won't talk to you. They won't talk to their man. But women don't want you to talk. Women just want you to listen. I said, all a woman really wants you to do is ask her the correct questions that will allow her to run her fucking mouth. You set her up, she'll knock them down. Fellas, you want your woman to be happy? All you got to say is, how was your day? How was your day? Honey, how was your day? You know why? Because how was your day is a 45-minute conversation to a woman. And as a man, you don't really got to talk. You got to just act like you're talking. Like, get out of here. Go on. I don't believe it. You don't say. Really? Get out of here. Go on. I don't believe it. You don't say. Get out of here. I told you that bitch crazy. You gotta throw in, I told you that bitch crazy. You know why? Because every woman's got another woman at her job that she can't stand. And women, y'all exaggerate everything. Y'all always turn it into some dynasty shit like, she's trying to destroy me. What the fuck are you talking about? You wrap up bags at J.C. Penney's. What's she doing, ripping up your paper? Right, fellas, you gotta talk. Women, exact opposite. Y'all gotta learn when not to talk. That's right. You ever notice how no man comes home straight from work? No man comes home straight from
Everybody, welcome to the Charles Richardson Show. It is Friday, the 8th of July, 2022. My esteemed gentleman co-host, to my right, to your left, maybe. Depends on how you're viewing us. All the way from the very cold state of Michigan. The drinking water is suspect, but he is still alive. Let's welcome Eric. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Two notes of correction. One, it's muggy today, about like 85, 86, with high humidity.
Right.
And the drinking water, well, unless you live in Flint or Benton Harbor, everybody else, the water's fine.
Good. All right, excellent. Very good. All right, so Flint or Benton Harbor, Michigan, that's where we need to go ahead and send some prayers out there for some clean drinking water, because Sally Struthers will be making her way through there with FEMA. Just make sure, I mean, eventually, hopefully,
yeah,
with some purified water or some shit. I don't know.
There really shouldn't be a place in the United States, in all seriousness, where you shouldn't have clean drinking water.
No, I agree.
I don't understand how, honestly, we allowed this to happen.
I don't know.
Because ultimately, you know, we see how something as simple as clean drinking water can affect people, you know, as far as your health. So we need to get our shit together when it comes to that. I don't know what we need to do, but we should not allow our citizens to drink nasty water.
No, I agree. John's been trying to call us in since the bits were playing. Let's hear what he has to say. What's up, John?
I'm fucking horny, baby. I'm horny, baby. Me love you long time.
There's not enough money in the world. Not enough money in the world that could make that happen. No way.
I second that.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Other than that, John, how's it going?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway. For those of you who are not horny, you know what? I take that back. We welcome everybody. Horny, not horny, doesn't really matter. You can go ahead and be horny and call in. I'm not going to talk to you like that. I just know that now. I am not here to go ahead and help you climax. Okay, just keep that in mind. No climaxing going on this show. Maybe after the show, but that's a different story. 813-699-5353. Those of you that were expecting to see Karen, well, why would you? Inside joke. Just Karen is an enigma. She's guaranteed to show up, and then something happens. Always something happens. Well, not always. I mean, she shows up, but more often than not, something comes up. She's got to go. She has a very busy life. This time here, she's in the mountains in North Carolina traveling, and she's parked. She's able to go. She would be able to go online, except her connection is crap. So,
oh, wow.
So no connections with Karen, and which means, listen, we're not going to wait for her again. We're going to go ahead and talk Stranger Things. We're going to go ahead and discuss that. I believe we've watched it, Eric. I assume you've watched it and haven't.
I have.
Excellent. We're going to talk also, because it is a subject that me and Eric will definitely get into. WWE in more trouble. Recent allegations come out now. It's not just $3 million in one person. It's $12 million in 4 women. So, and that's just the beginning stages. Who knows what the hell's going to happen?
Well, yeah, for 10 people who talk, there's probably 20 who aren't.
Yeah, exactly. So that issue's going on, but literally breaking about a half hour ago, Elon Musk is pulling out. Not many guys can say they want to do that, but he is pulling out of Twitter. His $44 billion deal to buy Twitter, he is terminating it, according to multiple news sources, ABC News, all reputable news sources. Everybody's reporting, and this just broke, like I said, about 30, 40 minutes ago. So details are a little bit sketchy on that one here. So as I'm still trying to process all this, why he would want to do it, why he would just up and leave a 40. Did he not have enough money or something? They look in his bank account and say, damn it, guys, I only got 40 million, man. So maybe, check back with me next year. Maybe I'll have the other 4 billion. $44 billion deal. Mr. Musk had sought the data and information necessary to make an independent assessment of the prevalence of SPAC or FAM accounts on Twitter's platform, and did not receive it. So apparently, lack of information before going into this deal. I tried to reach out to Alex McDonald, who is the host of the TPS Report. No, not the toilet paper show, but he's the Polytech show over there on Just for Fun Radio. I wanted to see if he wanted to make a comment, because he is highly intelligent about all these things here, so he could probably tell us a thing or two about what really is going on over here. But the Twitter chairman, Brett Taylor, responded Friday, saying the board is still committed to the terms of the agreement. He said the Twitter board is committed to closing the transaction on the price and terms agreed upon by Mr. Musk, and plans to pursue legal action to enforce the merger agreement. We are confident we will prevail in the Delaware Court of Chancery. So I guess that's kind of an interesting take there. So Elon's pulling out of a deal, and the Twitter people are saying, hey, there's some legal ramifications if you don't go through with this. Maybe you need to pass a credit check with us, but we're the ones that can go ahead and terminate this, not you.
Wow. So the buyer can't terminate the deal, huh?
That's, again, this is what I am reading as we're speaking. Like I said, everything right now is just... if he walks away from the deal, Musk could be on the hook for $1 billion in a breakup fee. A breakup. Damn. If my ex went after me for $1 billion, you realize how much allowance I would have to earn to go ahead and pay that? How long that would take me? Damn.
It sounds like to me that this is the version of Elon Musk version of Friend of Court. It sounds like a child support case to me. Yeah,
it kind of does. It kind of does. Musk reached the deal to purchase the platform at $54.20 a share on April 25th, after quickly becoming the largest shareholder with a 9.2% stake. On May 13th, he said his plan to buy Twitter is temporarily on hold, citing concerns about spam accounts. Well, he didn't realize that there were spam accounts on social media? You moron. He shortly clarified that he remained committed to the acquisition, though the price of Twitter shares closed at more than 9% down that same day. Fake accounts make up less than 5% of the users, Twitter stated in a public filing on May, while noting that its estimation, quote, may not accurately represent the actual number of accounts. And the actual number of false or spam accounts could be higher than we estimated. Musk is a prolific Twitter user with some 100 million followers, has yet to publicly comment on plans to end his takeover. So this is all, like I said, just breaking news. John, what's up? You're not horny still, are you?
Hey, I just, a friend of mine is doing a live Facebook show, and I says, all right, I'll do something for you. And that's why I called in the show. If I offend anybody, I apologize.
No, that's fine. No, what is it? What is it?
He just needed a bit for his show, so I figured I'd do something funny, and I knew he was the only one live. So.
Oh, okay. So he needed a bit, so we're the brunt of the joke.
Well, no, they enjoyed it. They thought it was funny.
All right, you got to tell me what show this is.
I can't tell you that.
Oh, come on. That's messed up, man.
Can't tell you that.
Messed up.
But in the near future, they'll probably be calling you. So.
Oh, I'm sure they will be.
But nothing crazy like me. Anyways, Eric, nice to see you, brother. You guys have a good show. All
right, thanks.
All right, good to see you too.
Bye.
All right, take care, bye.
Yep. And talk about giving us the ruse on that one. He had to call in to do a funny bit. What is he like? What is he, audition for Broadway or something like that? He's trying to go ahead and get a spot on this podcast or a talk show. Hey, listen, I'm not going to go ahead and down the talk show. It's probably pulling in more listeners than we do. But I'm just saying, it's like, you can't tell us what the show is. I mean, come on, maybe I'm interested in listening.
It's G14 classified.
Oh, yeah, G14 classified.
You remember what line that's from?
No, wait, don't tell me. That's G14 classified. Oh, man, I know it was a joke thing. Shit, what was it?
It was one of the Rush Hour movies. I want to say it was Rush Hour. It was Rush Hour 1.
Yeah, I remember. All right, G14 classified it. That's what it was to get Jackie Chan to go along with everything. Or no, that was with yeah.
No, that was what they sent Chris Tucker on a dummy run.
They got him out of the way. I got you.
And you know what? When I was down over in Georgia, I found out that there is a place that serves a sandwich. It's a vegan sandwich.
Yeah.
It tastes really, really good. It's a G14 classified. That's the name of it. It's a restaurant where all of the sandwiches are named after like a famous line in a movie.
So there's going to be a yippee-ki-yay in there.
You know what? I think there is a yippee-ki-yay. I think that's like a, what is it? What is the yippee-ki-yay? It's like a triple-decker like burger.
There you go. Yeah, you can see Bruce Willis eating one of those things.
Yeah,
he's a badass. He could probably go ahead and scarf down a triple-decker cheeseburger.
Yep, and then there was another one. I had those two, and then I had the I'll Be Back.
The I'll Be Back. There you go. So do you remember the name of this restaurant?
Was it the Slutty Vegan? No, I don't think it was a Slutty Vegan. That was another one that we went to. I'll have to call my son and get the name of the restaurant. But man, they had some damn good burgers. Right. I never really thought that vegan burgers would actually be that good. My word. Oh.
So I'm trying to do I'm just trying to look up the Yippee-ki-yay burger and kind of see if there's anything in Georgia. In Georgia. Let me see here. Hootie's? No.
I don't think that was the name of it.
Yeah, burger?
It was a I can't remember the name of the place. I'm going to have to call my son and get the name of the restaurant.
Yeah, I got to know because, we may make another trip to Georgia because we go see DJ Scotty up there occasionally. So, yeah, that's definitely, and of course, my wife wants to go back to the Cabbage Patch Doll museum up there. So,
really, Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, they got a thing up there where it's like a nursery. So it's really well decked out. I'll tell you that much. They take collecting Cabbage Patch Dolls. This is like your haven. It's like an old style southern type of mansion type arrangement. And they got a big tree there with little Cabbage Patch Dolls heads on there. It's like, they cut off their heads and put them in like lettuce or something like that. I mean, they deck it out though. They go ahead and perform a little thing. It's like, well, of course you have to pay for this experience. They can actually make you your own Cabbage Patch Doll, however you see fit. And what they do at the end is they do this whole stage presentation of, okay, Mama Cabbage Patch is giving birth now. We're going to go ahead and insert the epidural. They take a fake needle and everything like that. Put that in there. All right, and we have to say push on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, push. And some other theatrics there, and all of a sudden, out pops a Cabbage Patch Doll, fully naked. Obviously, it's like a baby. And it's given to the person that they paid for. In this particular instance, what we saw, it was given to a little girl. So it's a really nice presentation, really cool, really thought out, and just nicely done. And it looked like, I'm sure they've done this like millions of times, but it looked like, they were selling it really good. Like they had good, acting qualities. Like anytime there was like a suspense, like, oh no, we may have a trouble here. Hopefully the head comes out, not the other. And, they were really selling it. So I was kind of happy that we got such fine actors up there in Georgia. So, wow. Yeah. So, anywho, so we open up with Elon Musk. We talk about burgers, and we're talking about a show because John said he had to do a bit for another show that apparently wanted to go ahead and air a bit on our thing. So he had to make it. Anyway, I think that's kind of wrong there, John. I'm sorry, man. I'm calling shenanigans. You would actually be doing the show a favor if you actually mentioned the title of the show on there, because at the bottom line,
it's publicity.
Yeah, I would go ahead and listen to it. I'm sure Eric would go ahead and listen to it too. So you know what I'm saying? That's just bad teamwork. That's just bad teamwork. You gotta work on your marketing skills there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. My marketing skills suck. I can't even sell Xfinity Mobile. So, just saying.
Well, hey, you're great at everything else, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm told I'm the greatest in sliced bread. I got a number 15 ranking on the scheduled thing. So.
Oh well, you're a boss.
Oh yeah. I'm a boss. No golden ticket, but I'm a boss.
What is golden ticket top 10?
I don't know. Top 3 probably. Who knows? But I know I wasn't one of them. So we'll see what the schedules come out. But no work talk on here. We don't want to.
Yeah, please.
We already had enough of that. Anyway, 813-699-5353. Hey, listen, while the wife is away, because she's probably going to get bored of this topic, let's talk WWE.
Okay.
So, new allegations are coming out now that there have been not one woman, but 4 with $12 million paid out in hush money, all calling for Vince McMahon to be fired. Now, an interesting little twist I want to talk about here is like, I'm hearing that, okay, he's paid money to keep everything silent. He's paid money, this and that. Okay, I understand he paid hush money. I have not heard, unless there's something I've missed, I've not heard that these women were sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, okay, Vince, I'll bang you. And then, Vince breaks out the checkbook. Okay, here's $3 million. Shut up. Don't tell my wife. But at no point in time do I hear anything about he sexually assaulted somebody. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you hear anything like this at all? Have you been following this?
I'm following. I'm actually reading the latest thing that's published. Let me see. This is as of 11 this morning. I don't see anything where it's not consensual. I do see some other interesting stuff, though.
What do we got? What do you see in that one maybe we're not seeing?
Let me see. Previously unreported settlements included a $7.5 million pact with a former wrestler who alleged that Mr. McMahon who coerced her into giving him oral sex and then demoted her and ultimately declined to renew her contract in 2005.
Now, so the word coerced, I guess that would be very on the edge of whether, listen, you forced me and this and that. That would be sexual assault then.
A $7.5 million settlement.
Okay.
Now, at first,
it was settled. But it was settled.
Yeah, it was settled. So, I definitely am not condoning any of this.
No, absolutely not. But you can't go ahead and use a $7.5 million settlement on what's currently being reported. This is hush money.
This happened in 2005.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, let me see, coercion to giving him oral. Wow, that's $7.5 million for oral sex.
Well, listen, I know you can probably get it for $50, but it may not be that good.
Well, for $7.5 million, it's a lot of damn money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. I don't care how much money you got. $7.5 million is life changing money.
And that's what, 17 years ago?
Yeah, and then get this: the wrestler and her attorney approached Mr. McMahon in 2008 and negotiated the payment in return for her silence.
So just to let you know, 17 years ago, McMahon was 59.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, maybe Linda couldn't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Linda, maybe it just wasn't getting up for Linda anymore. Okay, come over here, wrestler name here. Come over here. And let's see if you can get me up, because this will now prove that my wife is no longer hot, or and apparently he did, or why would he pay $7.5 million for it?
I don't know, but it gets even deeper as I read down a little further.
Oh, Phil said.
Let's say in another previously unreported deal, it looks like that Vince was sending nude, unsolicited pictures to females that he had sexually harassed on the job. And according to somebody who's familiar with this particular case back in 2008, McMahon agreed to pay her roughly $1 million.
That's it? What a cheap ass that is. $1 million. What happened to the $3 million that you paid this other person?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
All four women had ties to WWE, and their deals came with non-disclosure agreements, barring them from discussing their relationships with the old fart, pro wrestling icon. The journal cited legal documents it reviewed and interviews with people familiar with the pacts which dated 16 years ago, involved payouts of 7.5, 3, 1, and around $1 million for another one. NBC News had not seen the documents cited or independently verified the agreements just 3 weeks ago, and we all know McMahon stepped down, blah, blah, blah. He appointed Stephanie McMahon as McMahon's daughter, not by storyline, as interim CEO and chairwoman until the conclusion of all this crap. McMahon released a statement back in June pledging to cooperate with the investigation. So, there's a lot of people saying that this is the end of the road for McMahon. We can't see him back in power. There's a lot of things right now. The fire Vince is a popular trend right now. So, thing is, with Stephanie in place, do you see Stephanie ultimately, is the torch finally going to be passed to Stephanie as permanent CEO?
Well, it should be. She's been, in the business for a long time, and she's proven to be, a credible executive. Mm-hmm. So I don't see why she wouldn't. But ultimately, even though McMahon's still not the chairman, he's still going to be making buku loads of money.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. So number one, just if you fire him, he still keeps his stock. He can still have controlling stock, unless they force him to sell his stock. Which,
then who does he sell it to? Which I'm assuming he'll probably go to Stephanie or Triple H or somebody in his circle. They'll
probably sell it back to WWE, but whoever is going to have to pay out that fortune. Which I don't know if I'm not sure how it works, but I'm thinking maybe it's possible that he could lose his shares. Obviously, he would have to pay back. I mean, I don't think there's any way legally you'd force him to sell his shares and he gets nothing out of it. He's set for life already. He's already worth over $1 billion. He ain't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I think he's coming up on 2. Similar, do you remember the situation with the Donald Sterling who owned the LA Clippers?
I'm familiar with the rough edges of the story, so I know they forced him to sell, but he made out like a bandit.
He made over $1 billion.
Yeah. So it's So your punishment, Mr. Sterling, is to sell the Clippers. Are you shitting me? What am I going to do with $1 billion? What am I going to do with this? Sucks. I'm getting $1 billion. That's I can't live off that. I need the Clippers. I need those hot cheerleaders around me. I need more NDAs to pass around. Please.
Here's what I see happen. So let's just say that McMahon has to sell. He gets boatloads of money.
Yep.
Probably takes a year off and then starts another wrestling organization.
No, at 77, 78 years old when this is happening, I don't think so. I think it's over.
You know what?
You know what? And listen, McMahon, your late 70s, I think it's just I know you love the business and all. Don't get me wrong. There's no way, because he said on the Pat McAfee show, the only reason why he's in there is because he loves doing what he does. Mm-hmm. It's not a job to him. This is what he loves to do. He loves to get in there and be into he loves being on the road. Now we know why.
Well, I'm sure there's excuse me, there's a young lady in every city.
Young lady in every tour bus too.
You know what? I actually remember, years and years ago, on Raw, they were talking about McMahon, and he was having all of these different affairs in every city, that he went in, and eventually Linda wound up catching him because he was running his mouth so loosely. So, life imitates art. But that is crazy. I just kind of feel bad for it. Well, then again, you know what? I don't, because you got to kind of know who you're married to.
Well,
so she had to know that Vince was out there doing whatever. She was, campaigning for the Senate on a couple of occasions, and then she wound up being part of Trump's administration. So, she was like, okay, kind of like being married to Bill Clinton. It's like, what you got. you know what you're in this for, but it's like, this is who he is. She had the option of divorcing him. And actually, as I read, there was actually allegations that were made that McMahon allegedly raped somebody or several people back in the 80s. So,
well, you remember back when the storyline hit when Vince was playing a regular character every week, he was always having these, he was always like Trish Stratus who was coming on, and then you had Sable coming in, and all these hot, divas, because they were divas back in the day. They weren't given the respect. That's the bra and panties wrestling matches. I think that's the upper echelon of what they did. So you went ahead and saw these storylines where they're making out with McMahon. They're showing their bras and all this stuff to him. I mean, almost to the point of nudity, really. They're keeping it PG-14 or whatever the hell it is now. But, I mean, listen, how can you allow that to happen if you're Linda? What the hell's going on here? Are you really going to take this road like that for a storyline? Come on now. I mean, they must have been really comfortable in their marriage for you to have an old man go ahead and hit on wrestlers who are in their 20s and be okay with him coming home to you.
That's if to say that they even had any sort of sexual relationship. Maybe their marriage was a marriage of convenience.
That's true too.
From what I understand, though, Linda's always had her own money, though.
Yeah, she makes enough of it for what I know of. Like I said, so right now he's almost $2 billion up there.
What else Linda's eligible? Because it definitely ain't for the money.
No, it's not for the money. I can tell you that much.
So I'm wondering how much Linda is actually worth.
That is a good Google question. How much is Linda McMahon's worth?
Let's see, because she also is a stockholder in the company too, so I imagine her net worth should be, I'm guessing before I look it up, probably $750 million. Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is accurate. Linda McMahon, well, actually, go ahead. We're going to play the high-low game. We're going to give you 30 seconds starting now.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Don't look it. Don't look it. Don't look.
Okay.
Give me a number. I'll tell you if you're low or high.
750 million.
Higher.
Really?
Yes.
Well, damn. So she's got to be a billionaire too.
Higher.
More than $1 billion.
Yep.
1.5.
Higher.
Damn.
1.5. 1.6.
Shit. And then how much is Vince worth?
I'm wondering if this is Linda McMahon is an American businesswoman and politician who has a net worth of 1.66 billion. Vince McMahon, 1.8 billion.
So they're not. Oh shit!
$3.4 billion just in those two alone.
Damn.
Honestly, why even bother? Why even bother opening up allegations? Just say, hand over the company, because they're not going to miss it. I mean, okay, Vince may miss it, but he's not going to miss money. Please. Linda can go ahead and divorce him. You know what? And honest to God, it's just going to be a clean break, because nobody's really going to owe anybody alimony. I mean, what are you going to do? Split the houses? You get this mansion, I get this mansion. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on with their kids? Poor Shane is only worth $100 million.
Oh no, he's only worth $100 million. What's Stephanie worth? I got kind of curious about Stephanie.
I think Stephanie should have
probably a controlling interest there.
Well, yeah, 150 million, and she owns 2.5% shares in WWE.
So she's only worth 2.5 million?
No, $150 million. She owns 2.5% of WWE.
Oh,
and she also has voting power of the company of 4.5%.
So she's a powerful person, but nowhere close to the 1.8 billion her dad's worth.
And hell, her mom's no joke either, with the influence that she has in politics. And, that Linda, that's the one I would worry about. Somebody with that type of cachet. Yeah, if she wanted to really screw Vince over, she definitely could.
Trying to look up Triple H, Paul Levesque. Or let's see. Oh, he's only worth 150 mil too.
I'm pretty sure he's got some voting shares too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he does. But just imagine Triple H, Stephanie, and Shane don't even reach $500 million or $500 million.
$500 million, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking as if it's like chump change. That's a lot of damn money.
It is. But it's a ton. It's just crazy.
So if they wanted to just say screw it, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this mess anymore. Wait.
So I'm reading on this here. I'm assuming CelebrityNetWorth.com. Triple H is an American professional wrestler and actor who has a net worth of $150 million. That is a combined net worth with his wife.
Ooh.
That's combined. Not 150 each. 150 combined.
I would think that they would have been had a little more money than that.
Daddy screwed daughter over big time.
Wow.
And he said Shane McMahon was only worth 100. Well, at least Shane's worth 100 on his own, which means he's more successful than the other two.
Yeah, well, Shane was gone for a while.
Yeah,
and I heard that he was doing like some stuff over in like the
China.
Far East.
Yeah, well, over in China, he took a video on demand company, and actually, he was actually running it. So he did some stuff overseas for a little bit. Ran a couple of businesses. I think he's actually a chairperson for, I think what's called You On Demand, which is the Chinese video on demand service over there.
Okay.
But yeah, he's done well for himself. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to see him on the streets. Will work for wrestling or something like that. Will wrestle for money. You're not going to see that. But yeah, he's been back in the WWE for about a handful of years now. He came back in Detroit to a huge pop. Damn,
yes,
that was huge.
I wish I could have been at that show. I was working. Heard a couple of guys that was talking about it when I was working for AT&T, and they was talking about going to the show. Asked me if I wanted to go. I'm like, I just watch it on TV. Oh, I was so mad at myself. I was so mad at myself. They had like an extra ticket. They was like, come on. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna watch it at home.
Damn you, man!
I get there. And Shane McMahon comes out there. Oh, I'm pissed. And then I get a phone call from Ryan. It was like, do you see this? I'm like, yeah, man, I see it.
Yeah, just
I'm about to hang up. I'm about to hang up. I mean, it's worse when you video chat somebody.
Jessica was born to...
Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. It's worse when you video chat somebody and you see the crowd going nuts.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, ain't this a biscuit? I'm like, well, should have went.
So, obviously, it started off with McMahon and giving this award to Stephanie. Stephanie, of course, doing her little freaking bullshit. So, this is kind of what happened.
Expecting this. Who else would you expect? It's a legacy award. Here comes the money.
And it didn't just stop there. It continued. Honestly, I think it continued for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He could not even talk on the mic. He got so emotional. I think he actually teared up for a little bit there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it was just like, and not just, nonstop. It was nonstop at a high pitch.
Absolutely.
I mean, the crowd had lost their freaking mind.
You got the holy shit chants. You got the this is awesome chants and Shane O'Mac chants, all of that before the brother could even speak. It was just incredible. The only thing that tops that is when CM Punk made his return.
Yeah, when he was for AEW.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a hell of a moment. I don't know that when he fought Cena right before his contract was supposed to expire, that was a pretty loud pop too.
Nah, I mean, not nowhere close as loud as this. Hold on. Nowhere close to as loud as this, I'll tell you. That's just before he enters.
And this was an AEW?
Yes.
CM Punk knows how to get the crowd really, really amped up.
Oh, hell yeah.
What about when Stone Cold came back for not the match with Kevin Owens, but when he surprised everybody at the end of night 2?
No. This honestly, number one, when CM Punk came back to AEW, his song, and again, WWE, when they did the Cult of Personality song, they kind of edited it and mixed it up a little bit. Okay. It wasn't the full song. This was the full song because, AEW doesn't have that creativity in mind. But the full song played before he got to the ring. And AEW had no idea what to do. It's like, there's no music. He's not on the mic. What do we do? They had to replay or start from the middle and just keep playing the song. It's just that crazy.
Wow.
But I'm sorry. When you get to this point and his music hits and that crowd goes that way.
Yeah, that was definitely up about 10 decibels when they heard that music.
When it is as high pitched as that, that is the highest. That is the highest pop I've ever heard from any wrestler ever. Highest pop on any athletic sport ever. And this includes seeing Joe Carter hit the home run to give Toronto, the Blue Jays, the World Series. That was a huge pop. That included the Arizona Diamondbacks hitting a single to close it out against the Yankees. There was huge pops there, too. A lot more people, too. But this one here, everybody was expecting it. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Everybody knew it was happening, and they still reacted the same way.
Well, hey, you know what? I didn't think I'd see CM Punk in a wrestling ring again.
I kind of knew it was going to happen. It's just, is WWE going to patch things up, or was he going to go to AEW? And, kind of AEW-ish. But AEW opened up their pocketbooks.
Yeah, you think it was louder than any Daniel Bryan pops?
Yeah. I mean, Daniel was pretty close, but yeah, that was louder.
Because that yes was genius. Just
the yes, the yes chant is impressive because everybody in the arena was doing it, but the pop wasn't like the decibel level was not that high. I mean, it was not as high as CM Punk's. I mean, listen, it was impressive, but not as high as that. Even when he won it at WrestleMania. Okay. Still wasn't as high.
People lost their minds.
Oh, yeah, they did. I'm not saying they didn't lose their minds, but this was a pop louder than any of that.
Okay.
So
I guess the biggest pop for you goes to, I guess I can't really disagree with that because that CM Punk pop was huge.
It was.
But that Shane McMahon pop was pretty close though.
And you walked out on that ticket.
Hey man, regret of a lifetime. But what can I say? Well, I can say that I was at the Pontiac Silverdome when Hogan fought Andre.
Oh yeah, you were at WrestleMania 3?
Yep.
Nice. See that?
Yep.
That's something that I'm sure there was a lot of pops there too.
Oh my goodness! I mean, look, Hogan really thought that he was legitimately going to lose to Andre. Man, Andre is huge. I mean, I had seats that were like up in the second level, and Andre looked big as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you too. Is where were your seats? You say up in the second level?
Yeah, I was up in the second level. Pretty good seats though, so didn't really have a lot of people that was like interfering with my line of sight. Plus, they had the big old like trons there, where you can look, on the scoreboards and stuff like that.
Right.
So
right.
It wasn't a bad time to be had. I mean, those tickets, I think my pops maybe paid like $60 each for the tickets.
Well,
which was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, I was like saying $60 back then is probably like $600 now.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? He was a big wrestling fan. He wanted to see it. To be honest with you, I didn't think there was going to be that many damn people there. I didn't think that. I mean, I'm a kid at the time, but I didn't think that it was going to be that many people. I was surprised at how many people were actually there.
It was actually the most attended for WrestleMania until Dallas.
Yeah.
So it was for a long time.
But people were coming out of the country to catch WrestleMania. I'm like, damn.
And just think too, before WrestleMania even hit, this whole thing of regional, independent regional circuits and stuff like that, you couldn't interfere with it. Vince said, "Fuck you."
In more ways than one.
Yeah, right. Fuck you, man.
But you got to give the man credit, though. He was a genius when it came to marketing.
Yeah.
To be able to get people from around the world to come and converge, and it was sold out, and there were people that were standing outside.
Yeah, waiting for hey, do you get a cancellation, please? Anything?
But it was crazy, and the pay-per-view, man. No way in hell I would have been outside because it was cold and kind of rainy and overcast that day during the early part of the day.
Good thing Good thing it wasn't held outdoors. I mean, they tried holding it outdoors. They have held it outdoors down here in Florida. And the couple of times they did it in Orlando, everything was fine. When they did it in Tampa during the coronavirus, rain, thunderstorm, we had to hold off the pay-per-view for like 45 minutes until the storm passed, and the night 2 wasn't any better. So It's like, what an impression. Number one, we couldn't do it in Tampa because of the coronavirus, so they held it at the Performance Center in front of 0 people. And then when they finally got permission to go ahead and fill the stadium, like a quarter of the way, not even a half, a quarter. Because when you really take a look at it, there was nobody in the stands. It was all floor level. You may have had some people sitting in the stands, but it was all floor level. That's all it was. Yeah. That's why the stadium was so dark. It was just focusing on the fans that were there.
Yeah.
But they drew like 20,000 each night, so it's like kind of like an arena. So I'm sure they made out pretty good. But it's like, man, they got to bring it back to Tampa one more time. It's like, just do it one more time because, listen, it's not going to rain all the time. Come on.
No, it's not.
We got a bad rap. And plus, I wanted to go, but, coronavirus, and my wife's like, nah. And plus, the tickets are outrageous.
Can't blame you. How much were the tickets anyway? Do you remember?
Oh, tickets were like $300 sitting up in the nosebleeds. They were selling them for the nosebleeds up there. Like $200, $300. If you wanted floor seats, you're looking at 4 digits.
Wow.
It was crazy. Listen, I know it's WrestleMania, but damn, it's 2 nights. Am I going to pay 2 nights? Am I going to pay $1,000 a night? No. I got to pick and choose which one I'm going to have. And you don't know how night 1's going to face off versus night 2. You want to hope that they both have good main events.
Yeah, you don't want to, because I'm thinking now with the way that their current structure is, if they do the 2-night WrestleMania and Roman still has both of the belts, I don't want to be there the night that Roman's not defending the title.
Yeah, right. Who's going to be the pay-per-view? What, the tag team titles? No. I mean, it'll probably be a good match, but that's not pay-per-view material, I don't think.
No, well, unless they have some sort of specialty match. I don't know if you get who haven't we seen? One match that I actually wanted to see that I've never seen, I don't think they've ever fought, would like to have seen Batista go against Brock Lesnar in their primes.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice. No, we were all bickering and bitching about Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, both UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Get him in the ring, get him wrestling. Finally happened, but I think it was out of protest, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I only think that it happened because something happened where somebody got hurt. He was supposed to fight somebody else instead of Lashley.
He was supposed to fight Roman. Roman got COVID and couldn't fight. So he went ahead and he was in this triple threat. But then he faced Lashley again to defend the title.
Yeah, that was a surprise when Lashley. Well, of course, it was with Roman's help, but there were so many matches that I wish that I wish that we could have seen.
Yeah,
like Shawn Michaels against a bunch of people.
Well, see, a lot of them they have made happen. Like everybody wanted to see AJ Styles and Cena because a lot of people knew about AJ in New Japan. And it's like, when you finally get over to WWE, you need to face the head. You need to face the face that runs the place over there. And,
right.
They did that. And that was exposure to no level because on their monologues, man, AJ was going ahead and saying, listen, I know everybody gets buried with you, and that's not going to happen this time, not with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be the new face that runs this place. And he actually made it work. AJ made it work. He's a hell of a performer and a hell of a person on the mic.
Yeah, he can go heel, he can go face, so that's what I like about AJ Styles.
Yep. You know who's not a good person on the mic? Omos, because he doesn't talk. Have you ever heard the guy talk? I just hear him yell.
What?
And it's like, that's why you don't see him with a belt. That's why he doesn't win, Royal Rumble. That's why, he'll win squash matches and just showing how powerful he is and stuff like that. But you're not going to ever see him with a belt. Except if it's a tag belt, and that's with somebody that has charisma, and AJ had it.
Right, and so he's got an MVP now as his mouthpiece. So I don't know, maybe that'll get him something, but I don't know. I guess you need a big dude. You need a big dude, but I mean he doesn't really talk. That's not his thing.
What MVP is trying to do, he's trying to be the Paul Heyman to Omos. So, and you know what? I feel bad for Paul Heyman because they're talking about Roman being out or not wrestling as much. So there goes Paul Heyman, and he brings stuff to the show. And with your big star out that holds both belts, and he's taking time off, that's not a good look for WWE either.
No, it's not. That's why, and I know that you love Theory. That's why.
Oh yeah, we love Theory.
I'm like, man, you can see, Reigns and Lesnar beating each other up, and then he comes with the cash in. But what if they throw a curveball and Theory fails on his cash in?
Well, then you go back to the drawing board. You just go ahead and put him in mid card. Keep him strong, but that's one of the things that he'll have to overcome. Let's see if his big mouth can overcome it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're trying to build him up, and he's going to have a successful cash-in. Like, the way I see it going down, Roman and Brock, they go ahead, beat each other, because this is going to be a last man standing match, which means you're going to have to seriously put somebody down for that to happen. And who do you think's going to come in?
You know what? I can see that there's probably going to be a lot of shenanigans that are going on. The Usos are probably going to get involved, but I think that Roman's mouth, with all of the junk that he's talking, I think there's going to be a couple of folks that's going to come out and come after him. So I think it's going to be a little more entertaining than a lot of people think. I think there's going to be multiple run-ins. Yeah, but nobody's on Brock's side. Brock is like a lone wolf. So that's it's like, who are they going to come after? Who are they going to come after if they're not going to go ahead and get what they want? Theory may come in and blindside Roman or Brock, whoever wins the match, with the briefcase, knock him out, hand over the briefcase, and try to quick. Every time they hand in the briefcase, it's like, come here. Yeah. Theory wants to cash in this Money in the Bank contract. Could you make the announcement very slow? And then when I give you the signal, ring the bell. And it's like all this time goes by. Wrestlers like jumping up and down, like, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. And it's like, it's great watching them act it out. Honestly, yeah, Theory's not going to cash in the briefcase until he uses the briefcase. And I'm not talking about handing it over to the ref. Right, like how Liv Morgan did, handed it over. The funny cash in was the CM Punk one, and he's just like, okay, hurry up. Yeah, that's CM Punk. He was playing a face then. You know what I would love is you just kind of whisper over to him like, look, can you just go over and tell the ring announcer that after the bell rings and I'm cashing this thing in and not go through all of that? Yeah, right. Oh, that doesn't make for good television right there. You can't do that. Well, it would be corny though. It'd be kind of like a corny sort of thing. Very. What? Very. Are you asking me to do what? No, we don't plan this shit out. You see this earpiece? Vince tells me when we plan this shit out. Exactly. Could you ever think about even remotely trying to be an announcer with the frickin' piece in there and everybody just jabbering at you while you're trying to do play-by-play? No, I mean, that would be the equivalent of somebody in my ear as I'm doing this show.
Yeah.
And that would like totally throw me off. Like, what? What?
Can you wait until I'm done talking? You're not supposed to ever be done talking, though.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it. I said.
You're fired.
Like, damn, Vince, I just missed what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't last very long. I wouldn't last very long.
I don't think I would last very long either. Even though it seems like it would be kind of a cool job, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, man. You imagine going ahead and being side by side with Michael Cole? Having Pat McAfee's seat, man. I mean, that's just awesome. I'd be doing the same shit as he would do. I'd be standing on the freaking on the desk every time Shinsuke's music hits and start guitaring it.
Now McAfee, I love Pat McAfee. I loved him. But my dude was Jesse the Body.
Yeah, he was good.
But Bobby Heenan was probably the best, though. I loved Bobby Heenan on commentary. He was just too funny to me.
Listen, the best would always be, in my opinion, and because honestly, I'm not old enough to remember Heenan or even McMahon actually doing color commentary. Mm-hmm. But my best ever would be JR and the King.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the best combo for sure.
You know what I really wish? They got this guy Jimmy Graham or something like that on Raw. And I heard that Joey Styles still works for WWE, like in the back, like talent relations or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, Joey Styles. Why didn't you bring Joey back? Joey was awesome. You know?
Like, oh my God. Yeah, I remember him in ECW. He, looking at, man, he would sound like that his veins were getting ready to pop out of his neck.
I'm just saying, he knew the play-by-play. He knew the words to use and everything. It's like, just bring him back.
Yeah, I didn't know Joey was.
Yeah, I think he's still. Well, last I looked, he was like, not head of anything, but he was like, a script writer or a talent representative or something like that.
Okay.
Let me see, Joey Styles.
And Heyman was obviously, without saying, Heyman was pretty good, in any sort of like talking role.
Oh no! I'm sorry, he retired in 2016.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he retired. He went ahead and he went ahead and closed it down. Apparently, he was released and returned to advertising sales in New York City on August 8, 2016. He worked through the independent circuit, and after that, he just retired.
And you know what? I wonder how much the King is worth. And now that you brought it up, he's been in the business so long.
Oh yeah, we got to take a look at that. Come on.
Because every now and then Jerry still wrestles, so.
Yeah, well, that's true. He's old as shit, though. Joey's only 50 years old?
Really?
50 fucking years old.
Wow.
How the hell old was he when he was in ECW?
Man, he had
1993. He was 22 goddamn years old.
Really?
Damn, that's young. Wow.
Lawler actually is worth a little bit more money than I thought.
He's now selling digital advertising full time in New York City right now. He started doing it for WWE, selling digital advertising, but now he's doing it, I guess, for other things. He actually worked for Yes Network at one point in time.
Did he?
Yeah, briefly
as a commentary, or he was just helping get the Yes Network off the ground.
He was hosting a weekly podcast called Pinstripe Plays of the Week, and that was on the .com. He would give a recap of the weekly plays from the Yankees. That was it. Okay. He only did it for like a season.
Well,
but yeah, man, he was young. Damn.
Wow. Man, that seems like a lifetime ago, and he was only 50, so he got in the business super young.
Yeah. So the last 8 years at WWE, he was a digital media. He was the vice president of digital media content.
Oh. So he had a pretty big role.
Well, yeah, he did. So I'm sure he earned his money, but yeah, I guess he's not living the lap of luxury if he's still selling advertising. I don't care if it's digital print or regular print. If you're selling stuff, man, it can't be that impressive.
Okay, I guess not.
No,
but some folks just like it because they enjoy it.
Well, apparently he can't be struggling that much. Joey Styles worth $9 million.
Okay.
So he must have put away some.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good money. 50 years old, $9 million in the wrestling industry.
Yep.
As a commentator, yeah. So yeah, he's definitely not hurting. The price of gas isn't affecting him too much.
And who are you looking up for net worth? What was?
I looked up Joey Styles.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah.
And I also came across the 50 richest wrestlers. I mean, it would probably have to be The Rock if they still consider him a wrestler.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry. It's Vince.
It's wrestlers.
Yeah.
I would think Brock would be the richest.
No, well, Vince is number one, obviously at 1.8, but shit, The Rock, 800 million.
See, I don't like that list because that's not wrestling money. That's movie money too. No. Mm-hmm. And Vince, obviously, that's not just wrestling money because he's the CEO. You can't count that.
Yeah. John Cena. Just recently got into the movie game. He's worth 80. He's like number 5. Of course, they got Triple H and Stephanie at 3 and 4. Steve Austin, 30 million.
Yep.
Hogan, 25.
Where the fuck is Brock?
Stacy Keibler is worth $25 million.
Well, she has legs that are probably they're insured.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When was this list taken?
Let's see.
I gotta see this.
Celebrity net worth. That's what I typed in.
Yeah, that's what I see. I mean, I'm taking a look at it now.
Yeah, I don't see when it was published.
This has to be recent because they have CM Punk's net worth doing also All Elite.
Oh, okay.
So it has to be.
The Bella twins are number 9. I don't think that's cool to put the two twins in together, but
no.
But yeah. Chris Jericho, I can see Jericho with that kind of money with all of the other stuff he's got going on.
Yeah, he tours, he makes his own music and stuff like that. So,
The Undertaker, 17 million.
I find that low.
Damn, Big Show.
Well, he only wrestles like once a year, and then that was obviously he's retired now.
Yeah, Big Show's worth 16 million.
Yep.
Goldberg's worth 16. Batista's worth 16.
Hey, Jeff Hardy's worth 8. You'd think he'd be able to pay off some of his debt and get out of jail, or maybe go to rehab and still survive.
Yeah, you would definitely think. So Jeff Jarrett's worth 15, and Edge is worth 14.
Yeah.
Damn, Maurice, the Miz's wife, 14.
Well, okay, so hold on a second. I'm going to call shenanigans on this one. They have Eddie Guerrero listed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to call shenanigans on this one. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end the shenanigans now, and we're at already past the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and go to break. Got a couple of songs here from Freakstar and Ori, and then we gotta have a bit. So give us about 8-9 minutes, and come on back. We'll have more of the show. We'll go into Stranger Things. We'll even talk about what happened on Big Brother on Wednesday, as the night number 1 started with 16 some awkward house guests. We'll talk about them. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Stay where you are. The Charles Richardson Show will return after this.
feel the same in me. We belong together, you know. It's never easy from the start. Build securities up. Look me in the eyes and tell me you want to leave. Go ahead, you'll never be like the others before me. I'll always put you first. To see you smile, to hear your reply. You're my everything. It doesn't have to be this way. Where pain and fear turn into anger. Economic and social climate, honest financial advice is a rare commodity. That is why Twat Financial makes it our solemn promise to be straightforward and truthful regarding your financial dreams.
So, I live in my parents' basement, right? And I can't show proof of my income because I'm like a weed dealer. Anyway, I need a loan so that I can buy a python and a gun. And the people at Twat Financial told me to go fuck myself. Thanks, Twat Financial. I want some bagel bites. Mom! I had just slipped a nickel down in the Pelican Bay for my alleged involvement in a domestic disturbance with my bitch and a pizza delivery boy. Now, my idea was to order some pizzas from this cocksucker, and when he showed up at my door, I would beat him to death with a croquet melon. Now, I was short on cash, and I needed a short-term loan to buy the pizzas. Twat Financial told me to go fuck myself. Honesty is a motherfucker. Thanks, Twat Financial.
I'm black. Those swap bitches told me to go fuck myself before I even filled out a loan application. I was sitting in my crib just thinking about getting a loan. And those crazy white devils called me at my home and told me to go fuck myself. Thanks, Swap Financial, you goddamn motherfuckers.
Swap Financial. Go fuck yourself. Don't be a pussy. Call Charles now. 813-699-5353.
Second hour right here on the back end of this Friday, the 8th of July, 2022. Eric, Alyssa's in studio now. We got camera on her here a little bit there. I'm sorry.
I have no mic.
You were in studio, but no mic there, so then you had to ask politely. I'm kidding. Right now, I know Karen and David, they're in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia or somewhere. But Hulk Hauling and Contracting is there for you when you need it. Most of the time. 941-204-1264. They're in Southwest Florida, but they are traveling everywhere. That's right, they're a traveling family, kind of like, carnies, but maybe not as intelligent. I'm kidding. Give them a call. They are the ones to handle all of your home improvements, maintenance, lawn maintenance, car repairs, and much, much more. And of course, they do hauling, which is what they're doing right now. 941-204-1264. Go ahead and set up an estimate. 941-204-1264. It's Hulk Hauling and Contracting. So we've been waiting to hold our tongues all the way since Monday, but we're finally going to get to it. Stranger Things 4 finally concluded which means we're on the 20-year waiting list for another season.
Yes.
Which has been rumored to be the last season for Stranger Things.
Well, you got to think of it this way. All of their actors are growing up, and they're kind of beyond the age of what everything's slated to be.
When everything was airing the first season, wasn't like Millie Bobby Brown like in elementary school or some shit?
No.
Now it's like she's an adult and married or something like that.
I thought she was. Is she married? I thought she was like 18 or 19. Well, I mean, she could be married,
she
but
could
I think
still be married. Yeah, she's 18. And she turned 18 February 19th. She's legal now. Yeah. Apparently not. No, it doesn't see. I mean, I'm looking at Wikipedia. You know how truthful that is. 12 years old. So she was in elementary school.
Yeah, she was a baby.
No, elementary school is till 10. You go to middle school when you're 11.
Well, you go in 5th grade. Some people start as... okay, right. She was beginning middle school. Excuse me. Brown came into the public eye at age 12, being cast in Stranger Things at age 14. Homophobic quotes falsely attributed to Brown circulated on social media and memes, which made her eventually quit Twitter because of the harassment. Damn. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
After Brown turned 18th in February, her social media profiles began to be flooded by sexually explicit material from users. What a bunch of jackasses.
Yeah.
Listen, you better back the fuck off. She's actually dating actor Jake Bon Jovi, who is the son of the rock star John Bon Jovi.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Now, obviously, it's so John Bon Jovi is spelled Bonjovi. The Jake's last name, obviously, it's kind of sounds similar. Bongiovi. So that's the real last name. Bon Jovi is just how you... it's a stage name, but not really a creative stage name. Anyway, so we finally finished the 2 episodes equaling 4 hours of Stranger Things. And let's put it this way. Of course, there's going to be a 5. I mean, there's a segue into it. And let's just go right into it. So, obviously, we knew Harper was alive. He finally got reconnected with the mom. I keep forgetting her name. Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
So they finally get connected in Russia. They had a hell of a time getting out of Russia, but apparently there's one dude who was basically going to fly them home. Yuri.
Yeah.
Nobody fuck with Yuri. You know what? I get paid lots of money to go ahead and fly you home, but Russia pay me more money. I changed my mind. So obviously it ended the first 7 episodes ended with the guy that was trying to get him out of Russia, who was infiltrating as a security guy in the prison, got turned in. So he spent time with Hopper in the same cell. And listen, I don't know if this is true, but Russia, if it is true, they have some hard-ass cells division. You would think it'd be inside and air-conditioned. No, these motherfuckers are outside. You know, they're in the snow and everything.
They're also in Russia, and it's freezing. So.
Yeah, it's always freezing. It's always freezing in Russia.
I mean, I'm sure they do have a warmer season, but I don't know how warm it gets. I really don't know that much about Russia.
It's kind of like
cold all the time.
Like the New England type climate, like the Northeast type climate. You know, you get like your pleasant summers, but you get those harsh, cold winters.
Oh, it's got to be worse than that. I mean, come on.
You think it's worse than the New England winter? Well, I mean, you got Siberia, and they are up there in the some of Russia's up there in the Arctic region. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Russia's like bordering the Arctic region. That you're talking about. Oh, I just got cut off. Did I? Did I just get cut off?
Did you? I can hear you.
No, I'm talking about Facebook. I saw Facebook saying, "Oh, this thing."
Because you were talking about Stranger Things.
I was talking about yeah. You know what? The fucking aliens are coming through. Oh, never mind. No. I just.
It's the upside down.
Yeah, it's the upside down. Should we? We should try to be. Turn the cameras upside down. Just to never mind.
That was kind of trippy though when they were going back and forth in and out of the upside down through the
yeah.
And then they flipped.
So you see that they're going inside the trailer because that was a doorway, and it's like the hole was up in the ceiling. You think you're going through the ceiling, you're going to stay. No, it flips on you as you're coming through.
Yeah,
so you're landing
really
on your
trippy.
So you're landing on your head. They got creative and put a mattress there, so it's like. But it's kind of weird how that all happened. But anyway,
yeah, you're climbing up the ceiling to go drop down to somebody else's floor.
Yep. So
yeah.
As we're telling the story of Hopper, 11 is in the secret basement facility there in the middle of the desert in Nevada, and she's trying to go ahead and get her powers back for no avail. So Papa, who is adamant that she needs to stay, and this other guy, the doctor, kind of getting a little clash into it. So 11 finally gets her powers back by some way of reliving what happened with 1. Now, we all know at the end of the 7th episode, 1 was really the beast that they were trying to kill. I don't know. I forget his name. Vecna. So that was the guy that's doing all this shit. He was literally everything from season 1 on.
Kind of created him.
Yes. Well, yeah. Inadvertently.
Because she sent him into the upside down.
Yep. So that's what was created. So the whole massacre scene that she relives, thinking she's responsible. No, Vecna is responsible, who is 1, and L went ahead and vanished 1 into the upside down, causing him to shed his human likeness and to this ugly ass thing that nobody would want to fuck. So I can understand why he's upset.
Man, it was like you ever play the Resident Evil games?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
One of the liquors from Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. Now, as we've seen this, eventually, like I said, Elle gets her powers back, like full-blown powers. Papa doesn't like this very much. You're not ready. Elle finally figures out that Papa was the monster, quote-unquote monster, because of how he treated everybody. Basically told him, in almost word for word, don't stop me or I will kill you. I'm going to open this door. You stop me, I will kill you. She blows the door open, and then immediately Papa goes ahead and stabs her in the neck with a syringe, knocking her out.
Yeah, that was ugh.
And then she wakes up with a collar around her that I supposedly was supposed to, limit her powers. So go ahead and explain that.
What happened with that was he had the remote in his hand the whole time. So when he saw that the government was coming in, he deactivated the collar.
That was after. She was still able to use her powers to a limited capacity even with the collar.
No, I think that...
Oh, don't tell me we have to rewatch it now.
Well, he never pressed the button.
He never pressed the button to release it, but no, it was active on her neck.
I think that he had to press a button because I think he had the early episodes when the kids were getting out of line. Yeah, so I think that if he just chose not to press the button, so she was still able to use her powers because he had it in his hand, but he never pressed anything after they got out of that military base when she was, destroying everything. So I believe, at least that's my interpretation, that explains why she was able to, do the helicopters, destroy all of that stuff, and still have the brace around her neck.
Yep.
Yeah, I was under the impression that he had pushed the button and then you just didn't see him to deactivate it. But I mean, same kind of concept of he was in control of that.
So basically in the story, her friends finally come to get her. They're waiting outside because obviously they can't get in. But
left the dog out.
I let the dog out. Who? But what was happening basically is she's trying to escape, because the military infiltrated the bunker. They found out where she was. And I don't know what the hell the military's problem was with her. It's like, this is the person that's going to save your world. Unless they're working with the Russians. What was that?
They thought that she was the one that caused it all.
Oh, okay.
They thought she was causing it.
They didn't see seasons 1 through 4? They didn't watch it?
They didn't watch that.
What the fuck was wrong with them? I mean, it's only the hottest show on Netflix.
It seemed to center around her, so they assumed that she was the one doing it.
Right.
Yep, she stayed in Hawkins. Everything happened in Hawkins. She was there in Hawkins before
Public Enemy number
weird.
1.
Hawkins was normal, quiet little town.
Yep.
Yeah, and then when, later on it started happening again, they just assumed that it was her again.
Yeah. So, Papa and Elle escaped. Obviously, casualties inside everywhere. And the helicopter was just going to go ahead and take them all out. They took out Papa, who ended up dying. But before he died, as Alyssa mentioned, he went ahead, pressed the button, releasing the collar, and that gave Elle the powers to go ahead and just destroy the ever-loving fuck out of those ignorant motherfuckers.
Well, the other thing about you saying that you weren't sure what the government issue was, remember, I think it was season 2, she was living in that cabin with Hopper, and they were hiding from the government because the government thought she was behind it all.
Oh, I thought that's where Hopper lived, and it's like he wanted to keep like a low lifestyle.
He lived somewhere else before that, and he moved out there. He had that cabin, and he moved out there with Elle when, after the government thought she was dead.
Okay.
And they were hiding because they were trying to capture her before.
I'm telling you, they should have looked on the Netflix there and watched the episodes. They've found that, Elle was actually innocent. Okay, so after that, obviously, friends there, they drive her back. Elle already says, because she has all her powers, so she can go anywhere where she senses a presence. So if she wanted to go to one of her friends, she could be there, seeing what's actually going on. So she saw that half of her friends were going to this battle in the Upside Down against Vecna. They had this whole plan going on. The other half, which was Surfer Boy Pizza. God. I'm wondering, dude, how cool is your pizza, dude?
Yeah, boy, you talk about some folks that were stoned.
Yeah. And I mean, they went to the other Surfer Boy Pizza, and the other guy was just as stoned.
Dude, we need your sink, man. We need some salt.
We need your cooler.
We need your cooler, man. And they turned Elle into the cooler so she can go ahead and go somewhere. I forget where it was, but
she was going into Max's mind.
Yeah, to go ahead and stop Vecna from infiltrating her mind.
Yeah,
which sort of was okay. Elle ended up getting captured in the Upside Down with Vecna along with Max, and then it was just like Sure Will and Mike holding her hand, because she could hear Mike the same time she's unconscious alive as she was in the Upside Down. Mike's telling her, listen, I love you, blah, 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 saying all these sweet romantic things for her. It's like, I want you to blow me when you wake up and stuff like that, please. It's just go ahead and wake up. I'm waiting for you, Elle, please. I'm getting hard right now. Hurry up and get out of there, Elle. It's just, so anyway, of course, just sheer will, she gets out of the escape and just blasts Vecna up against a tree. And before then, though, unfortunately, he had already sort of killed Max. Which, if you remember, 4 people to be killed before the Upside Down becomes in reality. So Max was the 4th person. So that's why, even though Max is still alive, she was brought back to life. Vecna already claimed the 4th victory.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, and I'm still up in the air on whether she's dead or if she's just like in a coma and they're just keeping her
she's in a
alive.
coma, but I think she'll come back. I was actually surprised that she didn't come back at the very end. I was waiting for it, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. She still has a heartbeat. She's still alive.
Yeah.
But she's in a coma.
But especially when Elle was there talking to her in the hospital, I thought she was going to open her eyes. And
I actually thought Elle was going to bring her back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, what the hell can't she do? Come on now. Just bring her back.
But I think that when season 5 does come about, that we will see her wake up. What capacity she will be at, I don't know, because she was completely blind when she came back, and when she came to with
yeah, because her eyes were almost sucked out.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like those 3 broken limbs. Those been repaired. Those are those have been
she was all in casts and everything.
She was like, it was like this close before Vecna was sucking your eyeballs out of your skull, and you lived. How dare you? You cheated. You cheated death. That's like Paranormal Activity. No, that's the other ones.
Final Destination.
Yeah, that's Final Destination. You watch. Something's going to happen there in the 5th season.
But
you escaped death. Not now.
I'm not sure if she'll get her vision back or not, or if that was still like her being partially under Vecna's trance.
See, I'm not sure about that. See, here's my thought process. At the end of season 4, Harper's dead. He comes back. The end of season 5, or excuse me, at the end of season 3, Harper's dead. At the end of season 4, Max is alive. Maybe she just doesn't make it. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that they went through all of that just to kill her.
No, I know. The one person that did die, which I did tell you on Monday, somebody was going to die. Somebody important, Eddie, passed away. He went ahead and attempted a suicide mission with all the bats and got dismembered so the other people can escape. And, Eddie went ahead and sacrificed himself for that. So that was the person who perished during the mission against Vecna.
I was a little disappointed to see Eddie die, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was a good character, but I did say somebody important was going to die, and I was.
I mean, almost have to.
Yep. Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, every season someone has died.
Yeah, it's just it's like who killed Kenny every episode. So
you killed Kenny.
You killed Kenny. Okay, so eventually, after everything's all said and done, all the kids and the adults meet up at this wooded cabin outside. I think it was Harper's cabin.
It was Hopper's cabin,
right?
Yeah.
Hop and the emotional last 15 minutes of that program was Harper going through the door where Elle was and saying, "Hey, kid," and Elle just breaking down.
Yeah.
So finally, at the very end of the 5th season,
and she goes,
"Finally,
I left the door cracked."
Oh, you're grounded now.
No, that was his big thing. Is he wanted her to when they were staying in the cabin before?
Oh yeah.
He didn't want her to close the door all the way. He wanted her to leave it cracked.
Yeah, and that's when Mike and them started making out. And she's like, "Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Leave me alone." So after all that, emotional meeting, now it's time to get back down to business. They saw something really funky happen outside, a lot of smoke.
It looked like the mind flare was back.
It looked like the mind flare was back, so they had walked out. Everything was green grass, and the flowers were blossoming until there was actually a clear-cut line of living and dead.
At the edge of Hawkins.
Right at the edge of Hawkins. So that right there means the upside down is now infiltrated Hawkins.
And the snow, the ashes were coming down in Hawkins.
Yep.
And the kids are going, "It's snowing, Mommy."
Oh my God, it's snowing.
Like, oh Lord, it's snowing.
When Max was in the trance and was technically dead, and of course Vecna claiming victory on that, all of Hawkins went into a massive earthquake. I mean, literally, like you could see the
There was
depths
like
of
an
hell.
X.
Yeah.
Everything
just split.
Yeah, everything just split, like the worst earthquake you could ever seen in the movies. And with that, everybody, because they didn't know what had happened, because they were away. When they came back, they saw a line of cars just moving out.
Yeah, everybody was leaving. Nobody was coming in.
So this is not only, I mean, you got to think, what are they really fighting for now? I mean, you're fighting for a town that basically deserted you. It's like there's nobody there.
There were some people still staying there, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are still in the hospital and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe.
Well, but they had the shelter set up because Dustin went to the shelter and was talking to... Well, they all went to the shelter. A few of them went to the shelter. But he talked to Eddie's uncle and told him what happened.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. But so there
Eddie's uncle was a real hard ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie didn't make it easy, though.
No, you're right. He didn't.
Yeah, Eddie wasn't Mr. Innocent, but, you know...
He was that time. He was that time.
He was. He definitely was. But, you know, Eddie's history... I mean, what was he like, 19, 20 years old in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like...
Something like that. He was saying...
He was a third-year senior.
It was third... yeah. Third senior year.
I think this is going to be my year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here long enough. I've gotten all my credits here over the years.
Wasn't that the last thing that Dustin said to him?
Yes, you're going to
This is your year. You graduated.
You graduated. Congratulations, buddy. Peace.
I thought that towards the end, that was an odd... Well, then again, I guess it wasn't because they were in the Dungeons and Dragons thing together, but I thought that was an odd pairing coming towards the end where everybody split up into different groups to do what they needed to do to try to, you know, protect Max and get everything back in order.
Yeah.
I thought that was an odd pairing.
Well, I think that they knew that Dustin wasn't much of a fighter.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Dustin doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know what the hell to do. He is a strategic person, and that's
neither
it.
is really Eddie.
Well, and he put up a little bit of fight at the last one.
Well, he did.
I mean, he would run from everything, but I guess when push came to shove...
Oh, that was the other thing he brought. I didn't run this time. That's what he did.
Yeah. Hell, if you ask me if I'm in that group, I'm just gonna stay here with Elle, good or bad. I'm rolling with her.
Yeah, that's right. I'm with her. Yeah. Wherever she goes, I go.
Yeah,
because I know I'll be safe. She's the one fighting, not me.
And that son of a bitch basketball player.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. I want to bring up too. Those fucking losers going around, those preppy boys going around trying to put their nose under the bed. Listen, I understand the anger because you saw one of your guys go into the air about 75 feet and break.
His girlfriend was the first one that was killed.
With Eddie, when all of that stuff was going on, I understood all that, but damn, I was like, I'm getting tired of watching him in these damn jackets, though.
Yeah, but he broke the fucking Walkman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That might have saved Max.
That's true. That might have saved her. I don't understand why she took it off in the first place.
Because she had to, so that she would get pulled in by Vecna. Remember, she was baiting him. She was trying to get
here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, though. Okay, so she got pulled in. You saw her go into the trance.
Right.
And the kid's like, hey, Max. At that point in time, headphones. Stop waving at her.
They had to keep her at a certain point, so that they could kill Vecna before he got her.
Yeah.
But they were riding a fine line, and if that Walkman hadn't been broken, he may have been able to get it on her in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and we'll find out. Like I said, Max was blind when she came to, but she's in a coma. Obviously, 3 broken limbs, but those have been, obviously at the hospital. They fixed that. She's in 3 casts. But right now, she's unconscious. So we don't know.
But the thing was that they kept saying was, he said to her, if I see you lifting off the ground, I'm putting on the headphones.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, though, he can't reach her off the ground. How are you going to get him?
If she started
as she's starting to go up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm telling you,
so that was the point that they were waiting for, and it was like almost immediately after he broke that Walkman that she started to lift.
Yeah, great timing there, asshole. Great timing.
Yeah.
But, again, under the basketball guy's point of view, you're helping Eddie. How dare you? Where is he? Having a gun pointed at you? I mean, it's kind of taking a little bit far, but at the same time, again, I get the anger. I get it. But it's like, damn, you just can't listen to the guy, can you? Now,
well,
I want to ask you, Eric, a question, and this again may be a little bit more. Maybe I'm making more over this about nothing, but when you see a cult like that, a basketball group, mainly white, and then you have the black kid trying to fit in, is this something that peer pressure was brought into it, and do you think this had any race relation going into it?
Race, you know what? I didn't detect any racial undertones. I did detect a kid who was he finally had his moment. The previous episode, he hit the game-winning shot for the championship.
Right.
He was always considered a nerd, an outcast. This was an opportunity for him to be cool. So I think, anybody in any sort of ethnicity can relate to finally doing something where you feel like you belong. So I didn't think that it had that type of undertone. I could totally relate and understand that particular, concept.
Okay. So basically, he was more looked at, classified as a nerd and an outcast, versus not fitting in with the right color group.
Right, versus like the token black guy. So It was a situation where, this is like my moment. Do I hang out with like my true friends, or do I want to enhance my reputation? Now I'm affiliated with the cool guys. I finally had my moment. So that's how I interpreted that.
Yeah, I agree too. Because remember that group was a bunch of nerds. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons. They were, down in the basement. That's how the show started out. Trick-or-treating dressed as the Ghostbusters. And
right.
And I think that's totally awesome that the guy who played Mike ended up being in the Ghostbusters movie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
By the way, if you have not seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, oh my God, see it. It is really worth it. It's really worth watching. They made the continuation of the original two Ghostbusters really click and connect and everything. It's a really good story.
So who's left from the original Ghostbusters? Just like real quick, I know that Bill Murray is still alive.
Yeah, Murray.
I don't know if his character was
all three. Yeah, all three except for Spangler.
Okay.
Everybody else is still living. Murray,
Hudson,
Aykroyd.
Eddie,
and Aykroyd.
Okay.
Yeah, all three of them reprise their roles briefly, but they do. Apparently, and I guess we're going off topic now. I think we've covered Stranger Things to completion. It's now the Upside Down is now in Hawkins, and that's where they left it. And now we're waiting for season 5. But no, Ghostbusters Afterlife revolves around Spangler's daughter and his granddaughter and grandson. And it all revolves around, apparently he was a weird guy in the middle of... Ooh.
Hey, you're early.
They're loud today.
It's about 6 minutes early.
But it revolves around, apparently, Egon just disappeared out of nowhere, took like the Ecto and the packs and everything with him to a farm. And everybody called him a dirt farmer, but apparently what he was doing is setting a humongous trap for the demon from the first Ghostbusters. Gozer.
Yeah.
Gozer comes back. So he was doing all the stuff here because he was predicting that something was going to happen in these mountains right next to his farm. So he was a weird crackpot who gave up all of his family, all of his friends. He deserted everybody. And then it finally turns out that, hey, he was onto something. Something's up. And his granddaughter takes the wings, gets on a proton pack, and starts blasting out bad guys It's pretty cool how it actually all turns out. And it's kind of like, if they play their cards the right way, we could see another Ghostbusters movie, but with the grandson and granddaughter as the Ghostbusters.
Okay.
So I'm kind of interested to see if they go. Well, it has to go somewhere, because at the end credits, and by the way, listen, everybody, if you see any major movie, do not leave at the credits. There's always some fucking scene that's going to tie in to what's going to happen next. So the end credits focus on Winston. Winston has become a very successful business person, worldwide business person. Ray still runs his occult shop. We have no idea. Well, what the fuck is his name? The other guy, Vakeman. Vakeman marries his girlfriend.
What's her name?
Zool. But you know who I'm talking about, the one that he was dating in the first, the one that Sigourney Weaver plays. So apparently they've hooked up, and one of the out credits was Sigourney Weaver's playing the Zap game with him with the cards. So that was kind of funny, but it all ended with Winston bringing the Ecto-1 back to the original fire station, which was rented out as a Starbucks, apparently, according to the inside story. And he bought back the fire station, brought back the Echo-1, and he ends with it, I'm going to fix you up.
And there was an electric spark in the... Yeah,
in the containment system in the basement of where they stored all the ghosts. There was a red light flashing and some lightning sparks around the light, and that's where it ended. So, there's another movie in the works. How it goes and how it sways, that's another story. All right, listen, we are at about 9 minutes to go. Do you want to hit Big Brother a little bit real quick and give our take?
I mean, there's not a whole lot to hit so far, but
not so far, right?
Can.
Eric, have you watched it at all, or do you know what we're talking about?
I haven't watched it, but hey, I do plan on watching it, though. Time's just been... Ugh.
I got you.
But now that Stranger Things is over with, and I still got one more episode of Cobra Kai. I need to watch the last episode of Cobra Kai.
You haven't seen the rest of Cobra Kai?
I haven't. I'm one episode down because it's Stranger Things. It got me when I had set a time out to watch it. Oh, Stranger Things, and then I watch it twice. I watch it by myself. I don't think my son's listening, but then I watch it with my son because he hadn't seen it, and I just couldn't.
I got you. Yeah, you can't go ahead and I got you.
Well, I mean, the kid had bought a big tub of popcorn and had like the Stranger Things characters on it. It's like, I can't disappoint the kid.
So let's go ahead and talk real quickly about what happened day one. Like Alyssa said, there's not really a lot to divulge, but we got to see the characters. We didn't get to know a lot about the characters. As a matter of fact, who the pretty boy that we don't even know his name. But you know what I'm talking about, though. Pooch.
That was his name.
So,
that's the other Joey.
This guy that goes by Pooch, Alyssa almost screamed when she saw him. I mean, literally, I didn't have to kiss her, lick her ear, or anything. She was already wet. It's just now they had this thing. They had this thing where they call it the BB Festival. So they have the whole backyard with 3 stations of 5 spots. There's 16 people. So one of them was going to get to be the backstage bouncer or something, a backstage boss. There's a lot of B's in this shit. Let's put it that way. So everybody gets to go into the house in a group of 4s, pick your ticket, go to the backyard, scan your ticket. And you're assigned one of those 3 stations, or you're the backstage boss. Well, in Big Brother fashion, the first 4 people go to the porta potties. It's the porta potties, piercing, and merchandise.
Merchandise, yeah.
So the first 4 go to the porta potties, which is one game. Then the next 4 that come in, they're split up in a couple areas. And the next 4 that come in, they're split. So the BB boss is still out there, and lo and behold, Pooch goes ahead and gets the BB boss. He's sit up there in the second level watching from afar. The trick is with you're the BB boss, you cannot compete in any competitions. You will not vote. And I think there's one other thing, but you also cannot be nominated for the week. So he's safe from nominations.
Well, and he has to name
and
3 other players to be in the backstage area with him.
So the 3 people that he has to name also cannot play and cannot vote, but they can be nominated.
Oh, except for him.
And they can be
Right.
evicted.
And they can be evicted. Right. Well, if you're nominated, you can be evicted.
Right.
So he chooses wisely the first losers of each competition, which are all female.
Well, being that they didn't really have a chance to even, like, usually the first episode, they sit around on the couch in the living room and they drink champagne and they all talk and they get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't get to know much about
They
them.
didn't do anything like that this time.
They did do like brief. They did do brief 10-second clips of each other. Like, what's your name? Where you from?
And
what do you do?
Interesting thing about them,
right?
You know?
And that's it.
And that's pretty much it.
They breeze through that shit.
But that was all he had to go off of as far as to pick people. So, I mean, you would want to pick the people who got out first so that you're not making enemies right away, because it's like...
Yeah. So, and that's the thing with...
no idea who to even...
And that's the thing with Big Brother here, Eric, is if you haven't seen it before, so what Big Brother basically does is now you got to be the big boss. You get to be safe for the week. But there's next week. And there's going to be 2 minimum of these 3 that are still there. Possibly all 3, maybe none of them get nominated. But 3 people are coming for your ass. So
and you're hoping that 3 losers remember that you tried to keep them safe.
Well, again, no, this is not trying to keep them safe. This is putting their game in jeopardy.
Oh,
because they can't play in the veto. They can't play.
They can't play for themselves or vote
if they.
Okay.
They can
they're vulnerable.
They're vulnerable, right? So they can't do anything about it. So that's what I'm saying. If you got 2 minimum, maybe nobody gets nominated from those 3, but you got at least 2 that are going to be here next week that are going to come for you. So being the boss, not always a good thing.
Yeah, they might give you, Big Brother, a lot of times they'll give you something that seems like a positive thing, but there's drawbacks to it.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and again, we don't know many people, so I'm going to give my way too early predictions. I like Kyle. I think Kyle was pretty cool.
Which one was Kyle?
Kyle, wasn't that the one that was in the porta potty? He was doing all these antics. He lost the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
So Kyle was really cool. He's a guy that I think he's going to be a lot of fun in the house.
He's kind of a dweeb, but he's funny.
He's a funny dweeb. I think Kyle may go far. I really do.
He seems like a likable person. I think that his personality will help him go far.
Monty, who's the personal trainer, he seems like he's going to be awesome in competitions, the ones that involve physical dominance. He's a personal trainer, so he definitely has the build of one. But I don't know if he'll make it, though. I mean,
who was it that won HOH? I can't remember now.
The one that won HOH, I got to find out.
Was it the hippie dude?
Turner, I think. Maybe it was Turner. Hang on a second. Pooch backstage. So puzzle. Daniel. So Daniel.
Oh, the performer.
He's the performer.
Okay.
So by the way, he's got some weird ass hair. But
that's right. Yeah,
he does.
He was the.
He's the Vegas.
He's the
Elvis impersonator.
Tribute.
Yeah.
Artist.
So he is now HOH. Now, again, the next episode's not till Sunday, which is weird for the first week. Usually
there's one on Thursday.
They usually go right into it.
Yeah.
Normally it's Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday for the episodes. It's usually
Well, it changes mid-season, remember, because
I'm just giving the overall.
Football.
So Sunday, yeah, football always delays it. Anyway, but on Sunday they recap who won the HOH and they show the nominations. So you'll find out who the head of household. If you see it on Thursday, which is when they do the HOH competition, you'll see it. You'll know who it is. But Sunday is when it's pre-recorded. They will reveal the two nominations. Wednesday,
do the veto.
Yep. Wednesday is the power of veto, which means the two nominations and 4 other house guests compete in a battle, and whoever wins can either pull themselves or somebody else off the chopping block, forcing the HOH to put in a replacement, or they can keep nominations the same. So basically, it's a power that can save somebody. And then Thursday is Julie. Julie comes on live, and they do a live eviction, and they do another HOH right afterwards. So that's how it usually goes with the Big Brother. And of course, on Paramount Plus, you can go ahead, as long as you subscribe for the $6.99 plan, you can actually watch the live cameras 24/7. But there you go. There's Big Brother right there. And again, we'll keep tabs on it, and as everything unfolds. And that brings us to time. Eric, any final words for today on the Friday?
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me. Good show, and I've definitely been Big Brother educated.
Absolutely. Oh, please. There's more education coming your way. We're out of here, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Take care.
All right. Stay safe, everybody.